Gosh, it's taking a while to connect.
I really wish we had another server that was just on.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's going to happen. Amelia Smith. Caesar. I wonder who that is.
Oh, I'm going to say Abigail.
Avatia. Okay. Weston Hicks. Let's see it. Once. Ted T, any ideas? Ted T. Here comes everybody. If everyone will just stay muted for a few minutes, that will help. And I'm Judge Person. I welcome everybody to court this morning. Looks like a lawyer possibly. And I do want to welcome everybody to the Temple Municipal Court. I'm going to be a little redundant while the audio connects because I can see where people's audio is connecting. There are a couple of people, I'm not sure who they are, and I just want to sort of make sure I've got the right files pulled. Ted T, could you unmute for a moment and just let me know, are you here representing someone or are you a
Present. I am here. I'm representing the dealership
of which what's
Alan Samuels Dodge.
Oh, I see. Alan
and
Samuels.
I'm the president and general manager.
I understand. Okay, so that makes sense to me now. Okay, great. Thank you. I just want to have the right name associated with the case. Thank you very much. And then I also have a couple of phone numbers. Phone number I'm asking you to unmute ending in 444. It's a 254 area code. Could you unmute and tell me your name? Hello, phone caller. Sometimes there's a little delay on the phone call, folks. There's another phone call, excuse me, another phone call, a 254 number ending in 027. Could you unmute and tell me your name? Hello, phone call. People get on the phone and then they lose track of it. Well, I'll keep trying. Oh, hi. Yes. Hello. Yes. Hi. What's your name?
Henry Trevino.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino.
My phone number is 5027.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't give out your phone number over the internet.
Okay.
I just wanted to get your name. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino. Listen, the big thing here is to just listen to the call because you can't see what's going on, but your
Okay.
turn will come up. There's a number of people. And I'll call your name out now that I know the name to call, and that'll help.
Okay.
But when I call your name, I'm going to ask you to unmute again, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino. And then the other phone call is not responding right now. I'll just keep trying. So anyway, I'm Judge Person. I want to let you know a few things before we get started. When you are given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That's what a ticket is. It's an accusation. And when you give a plea, you're giving an answer or a response to that accusation. There are three options for entering a plea: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. A plea of guilty means I did this. You're admitting that offense. You're stating that you are guilty of it. If you plead not guilty, you're contesting the charge. You're ultimately asking for a trial. I'll give you more information about that in just a moment. If you plead no contest, you're authorizing me to find you guilty without saying whether you did or did not commit the offense. So if you are pleading guilty or no contest, I'm moving your case forward. And that ultimately means I'm asking you to, I'm moving you into sentencing, and there'll be a court order that you'll be required to follow. So if you plead guilty or no contest, we'll do that. The general rule there is you're found guilty, it goes on your record, you pay those fines and costs. I'll tell you that there are some exceptions to that. In fact, there are 4. I'm going to talk to you about those in just a moment. If you plead no contest, if you plead not guilty, you're asking for a trial, and that ultimately means we're moving that case through a trial process, and ultimately the state is going to be required to come to trial and prove that case against you, and that triggers a process. And today there's a pretrial. There's a final pretrial that we'll have at a later date if the case is not resolved today. And at that docket, we are setting your bond and scheduling trial, scheduling the type of trial, looking at pretrial matters. So I'm going to let you know that there's 2 meetings before the trial. Today's one of them. That docket is meeting today. I'm going to ask everybody who is capable of doing so to go ahead and activate your video. And I just want to talk to you about the 4 ways to gain a dismissal. Those are compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. Compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. The law also has to provide that can happen. A good example would be like if your tires were bald and you were cited for defective equipment, you replace the tires, you come to court on time, you prove that you fixed the problem, you pay a $10 dismissal fee. So there's a good example of a pretty simple compliance dismissal. You have to be on time to court for those to kick in. I will talk to you about those and see if you're eligible. If you think I missed something and you want to talk to me about that, feel free to bring it up. But what you can count on from me is that I will automatically see if you have something that can be done that way. Moving violations can be brought up. This is the second option for dismissal. A moving violation can be brought forth if you have a moving violation through a speeding charge. They can be dismissed. I'm sorry, through a moving violation, you can do a driver safety course option. I'm sorry, I'm tangling my words. So with a moving violation, the offense has to qualify, then you have to qualify, and then you have to successfully complete it. And there'll be court costs to pay, but your fines will go on hold. And if you get your course and your record turned in on time, you get your ticket dismissed, your fine that's on hold will be waived. It will be less expensive than paying the moving violation. A large part of that is because the court costs are not cheap, but also there's a fine involved. So every ticket has a court cost and a fine. And when you call the clerk and ask how much is this ticket, you get the whole number. But if you break that down, one way to break it down is the state court costs, which go to Austin, and the fine, which is a local fee. The costs have to get paid. The local fees can be waived if you qualify for that program. you get your driving course done, you pay your court costs, you get your driving course and driving record turned in. I dismiss the ticket. It doesn't go as a conviction on your record, and you're fine. I waive it. Okay. So I will again talk to you about that option. If it looks like you might be qualified, you're welcome to ask me questions about it. It's just I'm not going to wait for those questions. Another way to gain dismissal, the third option, is through a deferred disposition. Deferred means delay, and disposition means to make final. I delay making your case final. I put an order in place that controls how we're going to get you to a dismissal. The things you need to do are listed and you sign off on it. We've got to deal with your court costs. Sometimes there's a record required. Sometimes a certificate required. Sometimes there is a, some documentation or a class, right? You get those things done, don't get more tickets, don't get arrested, keep your address current. And at the end of the deferral period, if you've successfully done the things that are in your deferral to do, you gain a dismissal. So that's another option. There's a little trick with that one, okay? Let me give you the secret handshake trick. Deferred dispositions in Class C courts are something that you can ask the judge directly about. If you're at county, you have to ask the prosecutor first, and then you approach the judge with the prosecutor. Here, you can do that too. You and the prosecutor can approach me with a deferred request, but if you have pleaded guilty or no contest, you can also ask the judge in a Class C court. And the way that you do that is just to say guilty or no contest, I'd like a deferred. It's actually quite simple. Okay. Everybody got that one? Anybody have a question about that? Okay, well, I'll work with people on it as we proceed. And then the fourth way to gain a dismissal is through teen court. If you are a high school student or a middle school student, I will start talking to you about how to do that. It's an alternative. It looks a bit like a deferred. It's slightly different because you're a student enrolled in school, and I'll just work with you on that. And for those who are in school, you might just watch me as I do that with the first or second person. You can kind of see what that looks like. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and create the breakout room, and that is where the pretrial docket is happening today. If you have pleaded not guilty, you're on that docket. You're going to actually go towards that meeting. You'll do that meeting, and then you'll come back in to this room, and we need to touch base before you go today. I'm going to start with Mr. Teague, who was earliest logged in, and Mr. Matson is the prosecutor. Mr. Matson, can you give a wave to the screen? Let people know who you are. Ryan Matson is the city prosecutor. He does not work for the court. He works for the city attorney's office. He's basically the equivalent of a district attorney here at the city. It just has a slightly different name, but that's what they do. And he's not your attorney, okay? He represents the party that filed the case. So just be aware of who he is. You're not required to disclose facts to him. You may choose to, you may not. You might consider whether you want to plea bargain, because now would be the time to do that. You also can ask him to take things into consideration, but you're not required to do that, okay? And he is here to really evaluate his case and let you know and let the court know, if he's planning to take the case to trial, and if he has an offer on the case, which he sometimes will have. And so that's why we have that pretrial. And I'm going to send him into that room. And then Mr. T, you'll actually should just go right over. Let me find you again. And let me let y'all do that meeting. And I'm going to begin then with Cesar Avitia or Avicia. Can you tell me how to say your name the best way, Cesar?
Vitia.
Okay, good morning. And good morning. How are you this morning?
Good.
Good. Where do you go to school?
I don't go right now.
Okay. What's up with that?
Oh, well, I was supposed to go to a school in Waco, and I don't know what happened, but I'm going next year.
Okay. For teen court, you have to be enrolled in school. So I'm not going to be able to do that unless you're getting enrolled or you're in a program. Can you show me that you're enrolled for next year or you haven't done that yet?
But we haven't done it yet.
Okay. And who's with you today? Is it your mom?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Petra
Petra what?
Reyes.
Okay. And Miss Reyes, can you get your mom on screen? Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you the mother of Mr. Avicia?
Yes.
Okay. So, are Mr. Avicia Cesar, are you getting a license right now?
My license.
¿Eh?
License.
No, dile que no tienes, que vas a aplicar para un programa de esto. A ver si calificas.
I am. I'm gonna try to get one.
Are you enrolled in a program? Are you in the process of getting one?
I'm going to.
Okay, that's not what I asked you, but I guess the answer is no.
Uh,
So I did receive your pleas of guilty and no contest. There's a no driver's license charge. Fines and costs are 181, and turning right too wide, the fines and costs are 234. And you have entered a plea on the license charge. You entered a plea of guilty, and on the turning too wide, you entered a plea of guilty. Are those your pleas today?
yes.
Yes.
This is my first time. I don't know.
I understand, but you filled out a form, okay, and I explained the pleading. So let me back up. So
Sure.
I explained earlier, the pleas of guilty means I did it. No contest means I'm not contesting it. And not guilty means I disagree, I want a trial, okay?
Oh, I did it.
Okay, and so you filled out a form and you checked that you were pleading guilty and you signed that form.
Yeah.
Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes,
Okay, do you remember filling out the form?
I remember.
Okay, do you understand what that meant, that you were pleading guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand it now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are pleading guilty to these charges?
Yes.
Okay, and you asked for a payment plan, is that right? You're working, right?
Not right. Yeah, I'm working.
Okay, you're working. And you didn't list any bills. In fact, you put zeros for all the bills, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do $50 a month.
Yes.
And I'm going to need your signature and your mother's signature on this payment plan. So unfortunately, I think y'all are going to have to come in today. What time can you be here?
Ito para sign paper.
¿Listo?
Huh?
¿No sacaste todo?
No, that way.
Pues que si puedes ir a enseñar.
Ito see but like what time?
Oh,
What time? Like
dile
11,
que,
11, 19, 3.
dile que si puedes ir a la que sea. O tienes que ser una hora.
Like what time do I have to like do it?
So either this morning or this afternoon. I need it today.
This.
La tarde. Permítame, la palabra. Es placa.
Oh, this afternoon?
Okay, what time?
What time?
Como a las 3 está bien.
3?
Sorry,
3?
Sí.
what time?
3?
3, okay. We will look for you at 3. You will have paperwork at the front desk. You and your mother need to both sign. You're not licensed to drive, so you need to come here lawfully. Okay? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you at the front desk.
All right.
Thank you. You're good to go.
All right. You're welcome.
So regarding the Alan Samuels case, Mr. Matson, Mr. Teague, Are we, Mr. Matson, are we heading to trial? Where are we going with this?
We're heading towards resolution, Your Honor. I told Mr. Teague to send in some paperwork, and once I receive that, I will be drafting a motion to dismiss.
Okay, so what's going to happen right now, Mr. T, is we're scheduling the case for June 1st at 2. And if I receive a dismissal before then I would sign it and that would cancel that date. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
kind of a stopgap. Okay,
Yes, Your Honor.
great. All right, we will either see y'all then or sign motions prior to that date. Thank you. You're
Thank
good to-
you.
Yes, sir, you're good to go.
Okay, thank you.
The next person on the pretrial docket right now is going to be Eric Cervera. And Mr. Cervera, I'm going to just send you over to that meeting. And Mr. Matson, he's been given that shift. There he went.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And I am moving forward as well with Uriel Marias. Help me say that the right way. How do you say it?
Morellis, ma'am.
Morellis, thank you. How are you this morning?
Really good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm noticing a couple of things, but first I want to identify a couple of things. Is your mom Linda?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It's on the screen, that's how I cheated. So, okay, so you're at Lake Belton, is that right, Uriel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I had a question. There was a license charge violating the B restriction. There was a speeding charge. The speeding charge has fines and costs of $259. And right now I had a written plea of guilty and a request for teen court. And then the other charge is a charge of, hold on just a moment. I've got a weird anomaly. I've got that one printed twice and not the other one. There is a charge of violating the license restriction B, and that's the one about having a licensed driver in the front seat, and that has fines and costs of $181. How are you pleading to that charge?
Guilty.
Okay. Did we get a written plea? Okay. And so teen court, I would grant. How long are you going to have that restriction?
To be honest, ma'am, I do not know.
Okay. It should say right there on your license. Why don't you pull it out and get a good look?
Ask if you can step away.
Ma'am, may I step away to get my wallet to get my license?
Yes. While he's doing that, I'm going to call a few people out that I think are not here. So if I don't call your name, don't worry. I'm just trying to see if I've missed some people. William Brown, do you happen to be here? William Brown. And another person I'm looking for is Shatara Hopkins. Are you here? Shatara Hopkins. I'm also looking for Nathan Santos. And I'm also looking for Melanie Galt. I'm looking for Shirley Hall. I'm looking for James Basek. Okay, don't fret if I didn't call your name because it's a good thing. It's because I already know you're here. But I was hoping the phone caller that didn't respond might respond to one of those names. Okay, Mr. Marias. Yeah, so did you look at your license?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what does it say about that restriction?
Seven 2422.
7/24/22, ma'am.
Okay, so when that changes, you go in and get it removed, okay? Until
Yes,
then,
ma'am.
that restriction applies. You can't just drive. You have to have someone in the front seat. We have a graduated license program in Texas. And let me tell you, there's a really good reason. And it's because we kill more people in Texas through the accident situation than any other state. 25 and under is the leading route for death and dismemberment on the roadways. When you get a ticket, you bump yourself into like the super group, and you're in the super group, okay? So I really am a fan of teen court, and because I need to get your attention quickly before I wind up getting, reading about you being hurt or worse. So with teen court, there's a $20 fee per case. That means $40. That's going to need to be paid in cash. And the preference is to collect it today. Can you pay it today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then there's going to be 2 classes that you take. One is an online driver safety course, and the other is a minimum houred life skills class, one for each offense. Okay. And the trouble is those are going to be due quickly, May 31st, like towards the end of the school year. So that means you're going to have to take some time, either in the evenings or on the weekends, to work on it, because you can do it online and log in and out. It doesn't have to be all at once, but you're going to do each of those. You will pay for those, but it's still cheaper than paying your ticket. And then you get those turned in by May 31st. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we're going to give you the course information when you come up to the court to pay the cash fee today. And you'll sign for your teen court. Your mother has to sign. We can give you both excuses for work. And then you read it through and make sure you understand what you need to do. And the courses will be listed. There's a few places where you can take it. You can kind of pick the one you want. And then you turn it in, and the cases both are dismissed. And instead of paying $440, you will pay $40, plus your 2 courses will run you a few dollars, but nowhere near what those fines would be. So how does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. Do you feel like you are willing to do what it takes to get your teen court completed?
Could you repeat that, ma'am? You cut out. Sorry.
Yeah, somebody tried to log in. Do you feel like you know what you need to do to get your teen court completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Like I said, it will be in writing, but I just want to, answer any questions before you get it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are we looking for you this morning or this afternoon?
This morning.
This morning.
Okay. We'll have that up to the front desk pretty soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're good to go.
Thank you.
I've got a few people I'm going to bring in. I need to see who they are. So phone caller ending in 444. Can you unmute and tell me who you are? And I just had a phone caller log in, a phone call ending or number ending in 301. Could you tell me who you are? Phone caller ending in 301. Who are you? I'm asking you to unmute and I'm getting their response. So you can't really come into a meeting and not respond. It's the same as not being here. I'll need to know who you are. Galaxy Tab A, who are you?
I am Laura Hicks. I'm on twice one on my tablet or my not my tablet, but my laptop is not working correctly. So I logged in through my tablet.
So you have the sound on both of them on, and it's creating a lot of interference. Mute one of them, okay, and that will help.
I just left out of the with my laptop. I just closed it out with my laptop.
I see that. Okay, thank you. We'll be back with you shortly. That's Miss Hall. Yeah, hold on one thing at a time. Miss Hall or Miss Hicks? Yeah, Miss Hicks.
I don't know how to use this stupid phone.
Hi, who are you? Phone caller. Hello?
Shirley Hall.
Okay, Miss. Yeah, I got you, Miss Hall. Are you also on a phone call?
I'm
Hi,
on Zoom. I'm
yeah,
on
Miss-
Zoom, ma'am.
Yeah, I've got you, Miss Hall. I'm not concerned about it. I've got someone with a phone number ending in 301. They've unmuted. I'm hearing their background, but I can't hear. I don't know who they are. Okay, so moving on. Amelia Smith, can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
Good, thank you. The GED program, we did get your application that you've applied to it. Are you like doing that online? What's going on with that?
So I've carved out time at night to go to in-person classes at Temple College.
Gotcha. So, I mean, what you sent me says we may not be able to place you in your preferences. We will give you other choices. It doesn't really tell me that you're enrolled.
So I went because I called them and they
Yes.
receive it. So I went in person yesterday and I enrolled in person, bringing them my withdrawal forms from LBHS. And they said that I'm accepted and I have my first assessment test next Tuesday at 1 p.m.
Okay. All right. And then I did receive your plea, and it was for the possession of tobacco by a minor, a plea of guilty. I need to tell you that the fine on that charge is $181, and that there is a mandatory tobacco intervention class that is required by law. I do have teen court available, and it does appear to me that you would be eligible, but the requirement would be a $20 fee and then a tobacco intervention class, since that's going to be required no matter what I do. So the answer, or the question I have for you, the answer I'm looking for is a yes, of course. So can you pay the $20 fee today?
Ma'am.
Sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then your class would be due in a month, which is May 31st. And we need to get your signature today, and we'll give you the class information as well. Can you do all of that? Those two
Yes.
things? What time are you coming in, this morning or this afternoon?
Let me see what time it is now. I by 1 o'clock.
Okay, 1 o'clock. We'll be looking for you. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions, Ms. Smith?
Yes, I do. So I used to participate in teen court, and the way that the judge would say it was that your charges wouldn't be on your permanent record. Is that correct?
Won't have a conviction on you.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Okay, Mr. Matson, I know that you were talking with Mr. Cervera. Let me see where he is. Hold on. We'll get him back over. And then after that, your next person will be Jose Zavala, assuming he's still here. Mr. Zavala, he's going to be talking with me, and then I'll move you over to that pretrial room. So hold on just a moment. We're just waiting for Mr. Cervera to come back through. It's not switching him, which usually means he's either on a phone, which I don't think so. He was on a screen. So he's on some kind of smart system. And he might be able to move himself back over, but otherwise he can hang up and try to dial back in.
You want me to go ask him?
Yeah, I would rather you than me leave the session to do that.
Okay.
So give that a go, because I've sent 3 requests to change him back over. Okay, so I'm gonna just begin talking with Andrea Russ. Are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
There you go. Can you get on screen, Miss Russ?
No, I cannot. I don't know what's wrong with my computer.
Okay. I had a question. I did receive your information, And I had a couple of quick questions. It was very tiny print, but the real net effect is this is an insurance charge, and it has fines and costs of $281. It's a stop from March 1st of 2022. And my question is, were you insured on that day at that time?
No, ma'am, I was not. My insurance was like 2 months behind. I was late on my payment.
Okay.
Couple months, I think.
And then I have a plea here of guilty to that charge. Is that your plea at this time?
Yes.
Okay, and your computer is whatever is going on, it's definitely delivering your audio in an unusual way. Then my other question is, and you had asked for driver safety. I need to tell you that it's not eligible for this particular type of charge under state law.
Okay.
Do you pay rent? Yeah, I see that you do. Never mind. And then, do you have any children in the home?
I'm currently 7 months pregnant.
Okay. And you're working?
Yes, ma'am. I work from home.
Okay. I could do a $50 a month payment plan.
Okay.
Can you make
Is it possible if I can? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Your Honor. Is it possible if I could pay, if I'm able to, I can pay it off before those $50 payments?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. So here's how this works. If you need 30 days, no additional fees get added. If 30 days will work for you, we set that up. If you know it's going to need to be more than 30 days, I would order $50 a month. I'd like to start that today. And then if you pay it off early or pay more each time, you certainly can. Okay. Do you want to go with 30 days? The only fee, it's a $15 fee that gets added one time, and that's it. But that's a mandatory state law fee. I can't change it. Do you need more than 30 days, or is 30 days going to work?
I would do 30 days, but I can't make a payment today because I haven't got paid yet.
Okay. I do need your signature.
Okay, that's why I did the Zoom meeting. I moved all the way out to Bryan, Texas. I'm currently at my house in Bryan, Texas.
So listen, Miss Russ, hold on. Part of not being on the screen is we're not effectively very well communicating. Okay, so I can email you the payment plan, and you'll have to print it and sign it and email it back or fax it back to us.
Okay.
And along with your ID.
Okay, and the ID, I was in a house fire in Temple earlier beginning of this year.
Right.
And I just got my birth certificate and social security.
Birth certificate is fine.
And I do have an appointment. Okay, birth certificate. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I just need something because you're signing for a legal process, and I need to know that it's really you. Okay, can we use the email that we used to set up this meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll send that through sometime this morning. We need it back today. We need it back today. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Matson, you were talking with Mr. Cervera.
Yes, Your Honor.
Make it back over.
I believe he called back in. I think I saw his name at the top. Yep.
He actually didn't call. He was able to move back. Mr. Cervera, can you get on screen? Mr. Matson, where are we?
Give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute real quick.
I hear a blinker. Are you driving?
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
You need to pull over and call back when it's safe to do so.
Yeah, I already pulled up. I pulled up.
Yeah. Do you know that it's a crime to do that?
I wasn't holding my phone. I'm just holding it right now. I pulled over.
Mr. Mattson, where are we with regard to these cases?
Your Honor, I'd ask that we set for final pretrial so that I have a minute to review the deal that I've discussed with Mr. Severa.
Okay, so I'm scheduling the case for June 1st at 2 o'clock. I expect everybody here unless the cases are resolved. Thank you. Jose Zavala is ready. Mr. Mattson, I'm going to go ahead and move y'all to the pretrial room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just give me one moment. Let me check in with the clerk. Yes. Wrote it. Well, I started there. Okay, so Laura Hicks, Ms. Hicks, are you still here? Ms. Hicks, can you unmute and preferably get on screen? You're able. Ms. Hicks, are you here? Well, I'll come back to her. I'm going to move forward because, you know, if you tune out for it, then you're going to miss your turn. And at a certain point, it's just, you're not really here. Isabella Watts, can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you this morning, Ms. Watts?
Good. How are you?
Are you able to get on screen? I'm fine.
No, I don't know how, to be honest.
Okay. So let's see. There is a no driver's license charge. I have a tentative plea of guilty. The fines and costs are $181. Did you understand your pleading options?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is guilty your plea at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
And there is a teen court fee of $20. Can you pay that fee today?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you getting your license?
Yes, ma'am. I am currently enrolled and I had a DMV appointment, but I canceled it due to the court.
Oh, well, that's the opposite.
Oh, what I should have done. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, but I don't know how long it's going to take you to get them back on their schedule. Are you ready to get the license?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I think what I can do is give you 30 days to get the license
Yes, ma'am.
or permit. And that's going to be a due date of May 31st. I do need to get your signature on your documents today. This morning or this afternoon work best for you?
This afternoon.
Okay. I will have everything at the front desk for you. And that's really all I'm going to need because I know the classes you've already done to get the license. So don't drive illegally between now and then. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right.
We will
Thank
see
you.
you at the front window this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Mr. Mattson, Mr. Zavala, I know y'all were speaking. Oops, he's not. Great. Okay, Mr. Zavala, there you are. Mr. Mattson, where are we with regard to this charge?
Your Honor, Mr. Zavala has submitted proof of insurance to the court, and I will be dismissing the citation.
Okay, so we'll wait for that prosecutor for your motion to come over. And then I'll sign it today once we receive it. And then Mr. Zavala, I can email that to you, okay?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, thank you very much, Your Honor.
thank you. I'm just making a note. We'll email it to you. Once it's been dismissed, we'll email you a copy.
Oh, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just
Mr. Mattson, I'm going to advance you forward, and your person is Latoya Whitfield. She's There she is. Ms. Whitfield, I'm just going to move you over to that meeting, and after that meeting, you'll come back over here.
Okay.
Thank you. And I am moving forward then. Let me try Laura Hicks again. Ms. Hicks?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm walking able and steady now.
Okay. I have a question. So Ms. Hicks, we're having a lot of
Yes, ma'am.
difficulty hearing you, and I'm not sure that the communication is working. My question is whether you were insured. Are you driving your vehicle?
No, I'm parked.
Let me see your hands in the air. I'm sorry, but it looks like you're moving. Just had a lot of that today. It's the new thing is people think they can just. Okay. It's another reason why communication sometimes isn't so great. Yeah. All right. So moving forward, maybe she'll call back in from a safe place. Let's see. Ms. Watts. I think we just did. And then Jamisha Thomas. Can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
So just a couple of questions. There's a, give me one moment to review your paperwork. Actually, Ms. Thomas, I'm able to time serve all of your cases.
Yeah, I was wondering that because the day before yesterday, I believe it was Monday, I went in and gave them my booking paperwork.
Right.
And asked if you were able to give me time served for all of the tickets that I had.
Yes, I can now that I know that it's there. So I can do that. It'll take the morning and then we'll send it all in and hopefully everything will clear. I believe I have a hold on your ability to get a license.
Yes.
That may take a little bit to clear, but we'll start clearing that. Okay.
Okay, so the hold was a juvenile suspicion, sorry. So when will I know that the hold is off?
You can go onto the website called Failure to Appear, Texas Failure to Appear. Do a word search on that. And once you see it move to closed, then you'll know that it's done. They take anywhere from 5 to 21 business days. I will send it electronically this week.
Okay, so my fines went from, I think they were 700 something. Now
Right.
are they zeroed out?
They will be, yes.
So I don't have to pay anything at all?
No, I'm time serving it and waiving the juvenile case.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
Do I need to go in to fill out any paperwork or anything?
No, let me have that. No, ma'am, you do not.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too.
Okay. Ms. Hicks, can you unmute?
I am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you insured at the time of the stop, which is March 22nd?
No, ma'am.
Okay. There is a no insurance charge. A plea of no contest has been put in the court in writing. I will accept that plea at this time. And after I looked at everything and made a determination, I know that you requested a monthly payment plan, but I can actually grant community service. You can do it in your community. You don't need to come over to this side of the county to do it. I think you might be in Killeen. And if we do take that route, it's 14 hours due June 28th. Will that work for you?
I can honestly pay whatever the fine may be if there is a fine, or
Yeah,
I can
there's a
do that
fine of
instead of the pay.
there's a fine of 281. Do you need more than 30 days to make payment?
No, ma'am, not more than 30 days, no, ma'am.
Okay. Then I just need your signature on a 30 days to pay payment plan. I can email it if you can print it, sign it, and email it back, or you can come to the court and sign it.
I can print it and send it back. I can do that.
Okay, we'll email it to the email that we used to set up this meeting. Okay.
I don't have access to that email anymore. I had to go back to the court and get a copy of because I can't access it through the.
Okay, maybe the answer is for you to come in and sign for it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you said I want to email it, but I don't have access to my email, so I don't know how to do that.
To that email, I have a different email that I
Okay.
can
Just
access.
You can just calm down and tell me that you want me.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm calm. I'm fine. I don't. Maybe it's a. I don't
Can
know.
you
Maybe
tell
it's
me
a
the
delay.
email that you want me to use?
Yes, ma'am. It is 5300lnh@gmail.com.
5300lnh@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay, we will email that to you this morning, but we do need it back today.
Oh man, it broke that last part. I heard you. You said,
I will email
but
that
need
to you this morning, but we will email it back. We need it back from you today.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Matson, give me just a moment. I keep sending Latoya Whitfield back over, but it's not. So far, it is not happening. There we go. She's connecting back in. Okay. So, Mr. Matson, Ms. Whitfield, Mr. Matson, where are we with regard to this charge?
We are looking to go towards trial, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Whitfield, we have a pretrial to set the bond. It's a quick meeting on June 1st at 2. And we will need to see you in the courtroom on that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See you then. We'll send you a notice as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What we need for family violence. So I just put a circle around that to make sure. And then Mr. Matson, Miss Hall is here waiting, and I'm going to send Miss Hall. I'm sending you over to the pretrial room. She's had some difficulty getting on screen, and it may or may not work. But I've been able to hear her. So I'm going to.
I'm here this time.
Yes, ma'am. I know. I'm sending
Oh,
you over. Yes, I'm sending you over to the pretrial meeting room.
Is this it?
No,
Oh,
you're
back
about
there.
to be sent over there. Okay, she went on over.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And then I am moving forward then with Kylie Johnson. Miss Johnson, how are you today, Miss Johnson?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. So I did receive the information that you submitted, and there is a speeding charge with fines and costs of $264 from April 9th. I received, what I got so far is there is a plea on file, no plea on file right now. So did you understand the options for pleading guilty, not guilty, and no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how are you pleading to that charge?
Guilty.
With teen court, there is a $20 teen court fee. Can that be paid today in cash?
Yes, ma'am.
And then there is a driving safety course due that you would do online, and that's going to be due May 31st.
Yes, ma'am.
And we will give you information for how to find a course when you come up to sign your court paperwork. And
Yes.
that
Will it be on my record?
not if you turn your class in them.
Okay.
And then I would,
a $20 court fee today?
yes, and then you will have until May 31st.
Yes.
And then you will get your case dismissed and the 260
Okay.
waived at that point. Are we looking for you this morning or this afternoon?
This morning.
Okay, we will see you this morning. We'll have
Right.
everything at the front desk.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I am moving along here, and let's see where we are. Marcy Byler. Can you unmute, ma'am? Let me send you a mute.
Yes.
There
Yes,
we
ma'am.
go. Great. So I did receive a driver safety course request. I'm going to tell you that to do that, you have to have come to your first court date. So we're past that point because we're in warrant. I also received, and I did get your information, and I do understand the circumstances surrounding the stop. The case is from November 20th of 2020. The fines and costs are $499.20. First, I wanted to ask you how you're doing.
Up and down.
Yeah, that was a tough day. I get it back then.
Yes.
You know, I can set up a payment arrangement at a minimum fee, but I think I have a hold on your license, and that doesn't go away till it's completed. Okay.
Okay.
So I could do $50 a month, and I could recall your warrants, and then, you know, you can pay more and get it just done faster. But on that type of payment arrangement, excuse me, I could recall the warrants today.
Okay. What are the fines?
The fines are $499.20. If it goes more than 30 days, which I'm thinking that it might, there's a single fee of $15 and plus there's some associated collection fees that I don't remember the amount, but what it goes up to at that point. The $15 collection fee. Okay, so it'll add like almost $5 more, but it shouldn't go up after that $20 being added. And then we can do $50 a month.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to do that.
Okay. Can you make a payment today?
I am on some medicine that I can't drive today.
Okay.
But I could come tomorrow.
Okay. What's a good day to do payment? What day of the month is good? Can you do a payment tomorrow and then it's just going to be every month around the?
Sure.
Okay.
That would work.
Okay, so we're going to start on the 29th. But you need to come sign for it. You don't have to worry that you're going to be arrested here. You will not.
Okay.
If you come in the courtroom or come to the clerk's desk to resolve a case, I don't arrest people.
Okay.
Okay. We'll have everything at the front desk.
There. And where is this office?
Okay. We are at 401 North 3rd Street in Temple.
Okay. All right. I will be there tomorrow, either before lunch or right at lunch.
Okay. We will see you then.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Byler.
Bye-bye.
I've sent a change in this hall to move back over. We're still working on that. While that happens, we hope pretty quickly. Just a quick question. Do I have James Bassek here? Do I have Melanie Galt here? Okay. And so, Mr. Mattson, I
Your
know
Honor,
that-
I believe Abigail's iPhone was just waving their hand.
Right. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready for me now?
Almost, Miss Hall. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
On
I'm
Abigail's
sorry.
iPhone. On Abigail's iPhone. Who are you?
Yes, ma'am. This is Miss Gulch.
Okay. You'll be. We'll be with you shortly.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, but I'm actually going to have to remute you because I need to talk to Miss Hall.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Mattson, where are we with regard to Miss Hall's case?
Your Honor, I told Ms. Hall that I would reduce the amount of her fine, and she will be changing her plea to no contest.
Okay,
But she would like to get on a payment plan to make those payments.
that's fine. What are you reducing the fine to?
The fine will be reduced to $100.
Okay, $100 plus court costs. Hang on just a moment. Plus court costs. And Ms. Hall, give me a moment to talk with you about that further. And Mr. Mattson, hold on just a moment, everybody. Yeah. Who are we talking about? Okay. What was he? Okay, so Mr. Mattson, on this case, what are you showing the fine to be right now?
$350.
Okay, we have the fine is now at $100 and the costs are 81. So the total would be 181. Ms. Hall, is that
Yes,
the
ma'am.
effect? Yeah, I'm sorry, I apologize. Mr. Mattson, is that where you were trying to go with this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Then I'm going to let you move forward with Melanie Galt, who's currently labeled Abigail's iPhone. And I'm going to let y'all go on into meeting. I'll take it from here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So Ms. Hall, do you,
Yes.
I do have your income information. Do you need, I'm not really sure how you pay your bills. Are you working?
Once a month.
I get that part, but you have
Oh.
$475 in income and a $1,200 a month mortgage that you have on here. So
Yes, ma'am. My husband helped me pay it. Yes.
Okay, where's your husband working?
Oh, that's a good question. He just started a new job and I don't know the name of it, ma'am.
Okay, what kind of work does he do?
He's a truck driver right now.
Okay.
Hauling cement.
Okay. So can I put you on a $50 a month payment plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I need to get your signature on a payment plan.
Okay.
So can you make a payment today?
No, ma'am.
Okay. When can you make a payment of $50?
The second Wednesday in May.
Okay. I believe that's going to be, just kind of looking at the dates.
I think it's May the 11th.
Yes, it is May 11th.
Yes, ma'am.
And I need to get your signature today. Can you come by the court just to do a signature?
Yes, ma'am, I'm already here.
Wonderful. Are you outside or are you in the lobby?
I'm in the lobby.
Okay, so I think the clerk is going to be able to help you in just a quick moment. Let the clerk know when you walk up to the window that the judge just approved your payment plan and you're here to sign for it.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Hall.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I am moving forward. Mr. Trevino, I hope you're still there and can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there. It's Judge
I'm doing
Person.
okay.
Yeah, it's Judge Person. I did receive a request from you. This is a case of failing to yield the right of way from a private drive, and it has fines and costs of $269. And you had entered a plea of no contest and
Yes, ma'am.
asked for a payment plan. Do you need more than 30 days to make payment?
Yes, ma'am. It depends. I'm unemployed and I filed for unemployment, but I haven't received anything yet. They told me I had to wait 3 to 6 weeks before they'd even get back to me. And
Okay.
I got email from them. Supposedly I'm supposed to be getting $195. I don't know if it's a week or every 2 weeks, but as soon as I get it, I'll be able to make a payment.
Okay. And your wife lives with you, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, but we're getting separated. I'll have to be looking for another place to live by May 1st.
Okay. It kind of sounds to me like things are very much changing from what the payment information that you submitted to the court. So I could, Mr. Trevino, I could go ahead and, yes?
I asked for assistance on it.
Well, I'm trying to talk to you about that.
Okay.
So I could go ahead and approve community service and it would be 14 hours. And I could give
Okay.
you 2 months to do that.
2 months?
Yes, it would be due June 28th.
Okay.
I'm going to have you come sign for this. Can you come back up to the court this morning?
Yes, ma'am. I can be there by 11:30 by 11 o'clock.
Okay, we'll see you around 11.
Okay.
Okay, I'll have everything at the front desk.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Trevino.
Bye.
Bye-bye. You can hang up. Miss Uckleberry,
Yes, ma'am.
how are you this morning, ma'am?
Good, and you?
For asking, I'm fine. I did review everything. I just wanted to ask you a real quick question
Yes,
before we
ma'am.
move forward. I on the insurance charge, that was from February 17th of 2022. Were
Yes,
you
ma'am.
insured? Were you insured at the time of the stop?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And so your plea on that one was no contest, and I will accept your plea. And then
Yes,
there is a
ma'am.
there is a driving while license invalid charge,
Yes, ma'am.
and the fines and costs are $281. And I have a no contest plea on that charge as well.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then what I'm showing is that I should be ordering community service.
Yes, ma'am. I
And that,
also have an appointment made for the 13th to go get my driver license. I paid all my court fines for a temple. I got insurance within 24 hours. My insurance had lapsed actually. I brought in all the documentation. I mean, if it's community service, that's okay.
hold on and let me do a quick review and see. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me just a moment. I'm going to mute you for just a moment because I need to talk with Mr. Matson. This kind of system doesn't do well if everybody's unmuted at the same time.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
But I'll be right back with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Real quick first, I don't have on Miss Huckleberry, but I just want to make a quick check. She's eligible for okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so it's 28 hours due June 28th, and I'll visit with her in a quick moment. Mr. Matson, I see I was able to get Ms. Galtz back over, and so if I could just hear from you about where we are with this charge of public intoxication.
Your Honor, the defendant's doctor submitted some paperwork regarding what happened, so I'm going to be dismissing this ticket.
Okay, am I receiving that from you today?
Yes, I will send the dismissal form over.
Okay, we will look for that. Ms. Galt, when I receive that, I can email a copy to you. Can I use the email that we have on file for you?
Can I email your phone? Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I'll let you go.
Okay, goodbye. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay.
So, okay, Mr. Matson, I did not see James Vasek all morning, so I think that you are good to go.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I'll send those dismissal forms over right now.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Okay, Miss Huckleberry, I did do a quick review to see if you might be eligible for some kind of, so state law doesn't provide for dismissals on either of those charges. We have a few sort of, dismissal options that I've carved out with the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
For certain small exceptions to state law that he will always dismiss. So he just tells me that up front in a written format.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
we did review it and there weren't any dismissals there. But I can go ahead and order community service. It's 28 hours. It would not be due till June 28th. Okay.
Okay, yes, ma'am. If I have any misconceptions, is there a way that I'm able to get further time? I'm 35 weeks pregnant.
So yes, by the due date, if you need more time or if you
Yes,
are
ma'am.
unable, or if you are unable to do it, then I will need a doctor's note telling me like what I need to do to accommodate. Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then kind of depending on what that doctor says, I'm either extending it and giving you more time, or I'm waiving some or all of it. It just kind of, I don't know because I haven't seen what that doctor's going to say. But let's get that to me as soon as possible, but by June 28th, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Will you send the documentation through email, or do I need to pick it up?
So I do need a signature on the order. Can you come in to sign that, or are you able to print it, sign it, and email it back?
I'm able to come in and sign.
Okay. This morning or this afternoon?
This afternoon.
Okay, we'll look for you this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Huckleberry. Mr. Brown, good morning.
Morning.
I did receive a plea on the speeding charge from April 1st, and the fines and costs are $254. And then the plea I received, let me find it. Goodness. There we go. A plea of guilty. Is that your plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I will grant the teen court request. There's a $20 teen court fee. That's in cash. Can that get paid today?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you'll have a class in driver safety due May 31st. You can take it online or around town. I'll give you some class information when you come in to pay your fee and sign your team court documents, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll have everything at the front desk. Are you coming this morning or this afternoon?
This morning.
Okay, we will see you this morning.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. You're good to go. And then Mr. Santos, Nathan,
Yes, ma'am.
how are you this morning?
Good, and you?
I'm good. Can you get on the screen where I can see you and maybe just stop moving for a minute? Thank you. So there
Can you
is
see me now?
sorry,
Can you see me now?
I can see your eyes. Where are you?
I'm in my room, ma'am.
Okay. Are there other people with you?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you can unmask. Okay, so there is a possession of drug paraphernalia charge. Fines and costs are $286. There is a possession of tobacco by a minor. Fines and costs are $181. On the drug paraphernalia charge, you have entered a plea of guilty. On the tobacco charge, you have entered a plea of guilty and requested a payment plan. And it does look like you are working at Sonic, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hang on one moment. Just give me one moment.
All right.
Okay, so on the tobacco class, there's a mandatory tobacco class for the tobacco charge. And if you sign up for a first offender program, you would pay $79 instead of the $181. I believe that's right. Let me check those court costs. And your fine would go on hold. And if you get your course turned in, then you would save some money and keep it from being a conviction on your record. I'll tell you, I did want to ask you, are you enrolled in school or are you done with school?
No, ma'am. I dropped out.
Are you in a GED program?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Tobacco. So hold on, I'm just looking for you. Okay, so the ticket for tobacco is $81. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
If you do the first offender program, you'd have to pay that $81. There's a fine of $100. It would go on hold. You'd take a tobacco awareness class, which is less expensive, and you're required to do it anyway. And then if you get it done and turned in on time, I dismiss the charge and you save $100. And if you don't do it, you would owe the $100 and still have to take a tobacco class. So do you want to do that program? Because it actually is cheaper to get
Yes,
it
ma'am.
done. You'll avoid like a license suspension. You'll avoid a license suspension.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you pay the $81 today?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Y'all take card, right?
Yeah, we do. We're going to need you to come up and sign some paperwork. What time will you
Okay.
be here? What time will you be here?
It's 10:24, so I could probably be there like before 12.
Okay. Okay. And then the other charge, the paraphernalia charge, I have a plea of guilty on that charge. That one is $286. Do you need more than 30 days to make payment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you pay anything toward it today, given that we're paying that other charge?
I probably can.
Okay, can you pay like $25?
Yeah.
Okay, but your job, what day of the week do you get paid?
Thursday.
Okay, is it every Thursday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can we go from today, every 2 weeks paying $25?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm making some notes. And you'll sign for that today and start your first payment. On the other one, you're gonna have a tobacco class, and I believe it's gonna be due in 60 days. I'll double check and we'll have that in writing for you when you get here. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. But yeah, actually I do. What court do I have to show up to if I go?
Well, you're gonna have to come because you're paying $81 and doing work. So
I
not
know,
if
but
you come to court, but when you come to court, we are at 401 North 3rd Street, Temple, Texas.
all right.
And what time will you be here?
Before 12, so like around 11 or 10.
Okay. All right, then we'll see you when you get here.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. You are good to go.